Hi, I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you are a regular visitor here. And if this is your first visit, a big welcome to you. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe. So today I am bringing you one of my short heads up videos. And the subject for today, which is the 12th of March, 2023, is about Jupiter, my big outer boy Jupiter, our planet of luck, opportunity, expansion. And Jupiter today is conjunct, which means he's absolutely at the same degree as Chiron, which is our asteroid known as the wounded healer. So what is this all about, and why is this particular transit so significant? Well, first of all, we need to look at the energy that both Jupiter and Chiron are conjunct in. It's Aries. Aries, of course, is the first sign of the zodiac. And Aries has massive fiery energy. So one might imagine that Jupiter in this sign would be quite combustible and quite expansive. So Aries is the sign of war because it's ruled by Mars, and Mars is the god of war. So with Jupiter in this part of the chart, we really have this exaggeration of people wanting to put across their point of view and be right. But who was Chiron? Well, Chiron was a centaur, and a centaur was half human and half horse. Now, Chiron was the son of Kronos, who was the god of time. And there's a link there with Saturn, because Saturn is also known as the planet of time, the god of time. But what of Chiron? Because Chiron was actually known for his wisdom, his knowledge of medicine, of anything to do with healing. Thus, he's known as the wounded healer, because Chiron had sustained a wound that wouldn't heal. Now, this is quite common in the Greek mythological stories of wounds that won't heal. And we see it as a representation of, we all carry around some part of us that if touched by someone's words, by someone's actions, it opens up a wound that just can't really heal. So that is the symbolism of Chiron. And Chiron actually is the co-ruler of the sign of Virgo. And Virgo, of course, is the sign of service, health, and caring in that sense. So we can see the other planet that rules Virgo is Mercury, the planet of communication. And so Chiron is about healing. So if we look at this combination of Jupiter, which expands everything, there could be two ways of looking at it. And I often talk about this energy as being neutral. And it depends what's going on in your own life, in your own psyche, as to how you want to interpret it. So you have a wound. You have something that deep in your soul that never really gets resolved. And Jupiter touching this particular point is expanding that. Now, if we haven't, which I always bang on about, done the inner work, then it can expand it for the negative, opening up this gaping wound, saying, heal me, find ways to heal me. And if we are doing the inner work, and I'll come to what that's about in a minute, then Jupiter expands the opportunity and the benefits of the healing and the possibility of the healing coming in. It might leave a scar, but the healing will have been enough to put that wound deep and just leave it as a scar. So maybe the rest of the event chart can tell us a little bit more about this energy. First of all, the ascendant for the event chart is Aries. So both Jupiter and Chiron are in the first house. This is the house of identity. This is about you. So for all of us, it may be that around this time, it'll be the days leading up to the 12th, the days following the 12th. We've just had a full moon on the 7th in Virgo, the sign that Chiron co-rules. And the energy of that full moon had qualities of the necessity for healing. So we've got this energy, and then in the first house, which I say is about identity, we've also got Aries, which is the dwarf planet, which really brings up a kind of rebellious energy. And Aries is conjunct Venus, still in Aries. Now, they are both at the same degree. Venus is our planet of love, relationship, and of value. So Venus in Aries is very feisty. Venus will be the feminine energy that has real fighting talk. So I still think this leads on from the theme that we had when Venus was conjunct Jupiter and then Venus was conjunct Chiron, of healing desired for relationships. You know, that can also be the relationship with yourself, because first and foremost, that's the relationship we need to have in a good state so that we can have a good relationship with others. So there's a sense of rebellion around this energy and a sense of enough is enough, I've had enough, I want to feel better. I want to feel better about this, whatever this is for you. Let's just look at what's going on in the 12th house where the sun is. The sun, of course, is in Pisces, and Mercury, our planet of communication, who gets a little bit lost in the waters of Pisces, is coming up to conjunct the sun. And the sun, in turn, is coming up to conjunct Neptune. Neptune that rules Pisces, that brings in dissolution, that brings in confusion. We don't see things as clearly as we can. So somewhere, this whole energy, this chart, is about honesty and truth. We have to use that Mars energy that is still in Gemini to cut through the crap, the metaphorical crap in ourselves and also in our relationships, to find the balance and harmony, which is represented by the descendant of this chart, which is Libra. Saturn newly arrived in Pisces in this chart. It moved there on the same day as we had the full moon in Virgo. Is also in the 12th house of this chart, saying, put some structure and boundaries in your emotions. Don't let them all spill out or get exaggerated with that Aries energy of Jupiter. So we can't forget the fact that we've got Pluto hovering on the threshold of dipping his toes into Aquarius. 29 degrees 46 minutes today. That's just extraordinary. And it's in a part of the chart that is to do with the community at large. So this chart is also about the healing needed for communities, whatever that means. I know that at the time of recording this, which is actually on the 5th of March, there is a lot of discussion in the UK still about what went on with COVID, in the sense of, were lockdowns good? Did the government party? All those kind of headlines have been coming out around now. And I wonder whether that by the 12th of March, we will see some kind of resolution to that particular situation so that the healing can begin. And I think that in general, the again, just to underline this energy of Aries conjunct Venus is the feminine energy. That could be in both sexes. It doesn't just have to be the females, but it's this this surge of feminine wisdom that is really saying enough. Enough to politicians and their silly games. Now that can be anywhere on the planet. Enough is enough. It is time to, with Pluto moving into Aquarius, for us to come together, for us to address the difficulties, whether it's within or without, but with from a much more grown-up perspective. Because at the moment it feels that every government we look at is run by children. They won't like me saying that, but I'm sorry guys, and some of you ladies, but you all need to grow up. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox now. And I'm going to wish you a beautiful, blessed day. I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me for this medium long heads up about Jupiter conjunct Chiron. Let the healing commence. And please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, as many of you do, and it is truly appreciated. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.